we've kind of made fun, we've jumped on it, and I've trolled it long enough. But let's talk about the core four and potentially some landing spots where Mitch Marner could go this offseason. So after Toronto got embarrassed in Game 7 and everybody's blowing it up, going, just blow it up, get rid of the core four, get Nylander, Austin, Tavares, Marner. Like, we need change, we need change. And I agree. Like, I think there could be some change that could help that locker room. For another team, I'll be honest, Leafs seems a little sticky. I don't know where we could fix some things. I think they got rid of the president or the GM. Didn't they get rid of the GM or the president like a week ago? Let me know in the comments. I'm open to that criticism and correction. But when I see some articles posted from the NHL where potential trade destinations as the trade deadline opens up and we have free agency block, where's Mitch Marner going to go? I think sitting here, I think considering that it's hard for me to say that Tavares goes, considering he used to be the captain, but now he's got the A patch. Now Matthews has the C captain patch, which we knew it was going to happen. It makes me wonder where maybe he stays because he's one of the guys, and it ends up being Marner and Nylander that go. I don't know, but let's talk about Mitch Marner first, because I'll say right now, do I think the core four is going to blow up and people are going to go elsewhere? Yes, I think the only one that stays, like 100% guarantee, the only guy from the core four that will be playing this fall on the Leafs, 100% guarantee, Austin Matthews. I can't confirm that Tavares is going to be there, Nylander, or Marner. So let's talk about where I think Marner could go. Some of the spots, like let's look on paper. Let's throw out the Predators. I think he could go to the Predators because on paper, the Predators looked real good at this time last season after getting Marchessault, after getting Steve Stamkos. The goalie did pretty good in the playoffs. Because didn't the Predators face Vancouver or something in the first round? Anyways, the Predators look really good on paper, so you could throw them there. And, hey, they have Mitch Marner. It looks even better on paper. But I don't... There's parts of me that thinks Marchessault wants to go back to Vegas, or he finds a way to get back to Vegas. Some other places that I think that Mitch Marner could go to, I think he could go to the Rangers. I think the Rangers are building something a little special over there in New York. You bring in Coach Sullivan, you bring in Mitch Marner, you still got guys, Chris Kreider, Zibanejad, you got a good goalie, Igor Shesterkin. We want to write them off because, they didn't make the playoffs. They played like shit this year. Yes. But this team's going to bounce back. And when they bounce back and they take the Metro, let's not be surprised and sit here going, oh, damn, it was going to happen. It was bound to happen. And then other teams that I think he could go to, everybody's going to want to go to Vegas eventually. I could see him wearing a Vegas sweater because Eichel, could we do a Marner for Eichel trade? I don't know. Then just... It'd be classless. No. What's the word? It'd be silly because it's like, oh, look, these teams are winning. I'll go join a winning team. Take the KD route out of here. But Panthers or Edmonton, which I'll say no. I don't think he'll go there. I could see him going to Dallas. Some of those old guys, they're going to retire and they're going to ride off into the sunset. And you're going to need some experience going in there. So I could throw him on Dallas's team. But then the last one that's kind of... I'll leave it here because it's the last one. Detroit. I really think the Detroit Red Wings... they're going to get to the playoffs one of these years. And they're going to come back. And I have a feeling that Detroit, because they have been this close every stinking year of making the playoffs, there's going to be one year where they're just going to... Boop! We're in. And, so that's my thoughts on that. I have no insides on, okay, this is where I think Mitch Marner is going to go. I'm just throwing out teams there and seeing which one could stick. Because if he leaves, obviously he's not going to want to go to the Ducks. He's not going to want to go to Columbus or the Blackhawks. Or maybe he could go to the Blackhawks, actually. Help out Connor Bedard a little bit. Because I think the Blackhawks are going to be good in like 10 years. But like teams that are like on the cusp of being playoff contenders, Detroit, Nashville. Calgary, but I don't think he'd go to Calgary. But yeah, I think if you're getting traded, you don't want to go to the Sabres. You don't want to, you want to go to a team who they could use you and benefit from you, and maybe you could be that missing piece in Detroit that gets you to the playoffs. So anyways, that's my thoughts on that. Leaf fans, don't troll me too bad in the comment section, but where do you think he's going? And what happens to the core four? Be sure to let me know in the comment section. Hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.